get on this. Yeah, let's get it right. Let's get right with it. Yeah, I'm bike. Yeah, that's how I want to start the pod today, episode 16. Man, I'm bike. We bike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here with the Crocker Doctor. I'm over,
Mm-hmm.
but it's NT to
Exactly.
the G, man. Who you think it's gonna be? We got my man Richter, most deaf, to my left. I don't have any witty jokes about his skin complexion today, so I'm gonna be nice today. You know what I'm saying? It's episode 16. We bike. Um, I'm not gonna tell you any for behind the wall scenes, but let's just say that we bring it to you a lot more better. We taking all the speed bumps and turning them into nitrous. You know what I'm saying? So let's get started, man. Let's jump into this, man. Let's get these music topics out the way, because there's a couple things going on in music.
Okay.
Especially yeah. I just want to get my bag. I want to jump straight into it. Um, John Schneider says Beyonce sounds like a howling dog with the country music
Mm.
during Black History Month.
Leap year too.
Thoughts? Oh yeah. You
Get
should have
that
said it on
extra day.
Thursday. Yeah,
Get
you
that
get
extra
extra
day. Get that extra
that extra
day.
that extra day of disrespect.
Right.
So thank you. At least you could at least wait until Thursday to say it. You know what I'm saying? At least that's the 29th. Like, you know what I'm saying? At least the last day. You got at least like claimed like, you know what I'm saying, amnesia. Like, oh, I thought it was the first of March. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could have got away with it. Like, nah, he's like the 20th. Fuck it.
Right.
So I want to ask your thoughts about that before I even give you my take. What are your thoughts about that?
So he was kind of disrespecting the Queen Bey, right? And this is if I recall, this is the guy from Dukes of Hazzard.
It's a Hazard. Yeah.
Right.
The villain, right?
Okay.
Yeah, the villain.
I don't think so. I mean, they're all villains if you're black, but I know what you're talking about. You know, but he was a lead guy. He was a lead guy, I think. There's the two dudes, and then what's her name? Daisy Dukes, the Daisy chick.
Man, that's so crazy. The first thing I thought of was Jessica Simpson.
Like,
but
she ain't even the original. That was the second time.
Jessica. I know. That's what I'm saying. If I want, like I said, sorry, Dukes of Hazzard is way before our time. Like that's like our parents is like Simpsons or Law and Order. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was their like. So when they said John Schneider, I was like, who?
Mm-hmm. Right. I was like, is that the guy that used to own the Redskins? Like, no. I was like, is that? Yeah. But anyway. So ultimately, man, like, if anything, this just reeked of dog whistling. And I'm gonna just leave it there. It's kind of a pun on accident, but at the core, I'm trying to be real. Like it is some kind of dog whistling there with what he said, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. I want to hear what you got to say because I could talk about this forever, but then I can also just put a lid on it too because that's what it is. So what you think?
I was on the fence I felt the same way you did, right? Like this is a topic that could really be dissected and go in depth with, or we could just chalk up to plain old good old boy racism, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and then just move on. Like I wasn't really sure where to go with it because that's pretty much what it sounded like, you know what I'm saying, since the inception of hip hop or any type of African influence in music. Once the originator tries to come back and try to do something with it or try to put their spin on it, it's not authentic. So like I said, we've been you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like, yo, we could do a 2-hour pod on just this, or we could spend a good 12
seconds. Like, you know what I mean? I just want to say, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, the okay. I'm gonna give 5. I'm gonna give it a little something too, and I'm gonna give you some grace too, because usually, you know what I'm saying, I like to, go for the juggler. I'm gonna give you a little grace. As an artist who used to do this type ish, you know what I'm saying, not country, not what Beyonce did, nowhere near her level. Just do music in general. We learning about music itself, I realized that our footprint has been on every genre of music that has ever been invented. So hearing somebody say that about, and this ain't, and this, like I said, this ain't no, like, you know what I mean, you talking
I know
about
what you
Bar Bay. You talking about Bar
mean.
Bay. This ain't.
Right?
Come on, man. I wish I could think of
All
a trash
caps.
ass artist, like, you know what I'm saying, but like I don't even want to disrespect that, like disrespect any artist. I think is not as like this ain't Sweetie. Like, okay, cool. Now if you saw Sweetie coming out with a country record, and then he was like, "Oh, bro, like she sound like woo woo woo," I'd have been like, "That's a black woman. You still out of pocket during Black History Month, but you might have got a little bail." Like, you know what I mean? Because we don't really mess with Sweetie like that either with the music. Like, you know what I mean? So,
He
but
said that.
yeah, I did. I don't. I feel like the fans don't mess with her either. The album sold what, 3,000 copies in the first week? 3,000? Like, I sold more than that on, and nobody know me. I ain't drop a video. I wasn't dating Quavo either, and I wouldn't. But anyway,
There you
back to the
go again.
subject. Back to the subject. Um, like I said, I there's so many levels that, I, but I feel like I'm giving this person more energy and power by even staying on topic too long, bro. At first, I thought you was a country singer. Like, you know what I mean? The way you were so vehement about your, you know what I mean, about your responses. I'm like, oh shit, he must be an exec from the label or something. Like, they're like, nah, just good old boy from Dukes of Hazzard from 1975. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So why do we care what he thinks? Like, hey, you remember that old Dave Chappelle joke when he was talking about why do you place so much faith in what industry people feel, like, you know, movie stars, or, you know what I mean, actors, people that are not like on the in the know of those situations. I think Dave Chappelle made a joke when he said when 9/11 happened, there was news boots on the ground. They said, now we go to Ja Rule and ask his opinions about 9/11. They're like, Ja? Like, I was like, what does Ja know about terrorists and 9/11? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I felt when I was like, man, John Schneider. Like, now, if you would have said
Mm,
Rob Schneider, maybe, like, I might have been like, hold on, I fuck with Rob, like, you know what I mean?
wow.
You know what I mean? Maybe Rob would have had something relevant to say about some country music. I don't know, like, but John, we don't, bro, we
Wow.
don't know you, we don't care. Moving on. That's all I got for it, though. That's all I got for that.
Yeah, leave that alone. I don't care for that dude. He got enough time. We on to the
Yeah,
next man.
bro, I gave him 4 minutes too. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't like that. I ain't like that. I ain't gonna lie. That irked with my
I,
spirit a little bit.
I
It
ain't
irked with
like
my
that.
spirit a little bit. But hold on. You want to talk about my man Yak, not Cognac, but Kodak, with his monumental release from jail and the poor
Actually,
mismanagement that he
I
has at his
can't
label?
talk about that because I don't even know about that. But I would love to get updated about it. I can maybe get you a take or something. But I didn't know about
Oh
this.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
Wasn't
Kodak Black.
he? Was it? Wait, isn't he on house arrest or something? Wait, no, no, no.
No, that's Young
What's
Boy.
up with him?
You talking
Oh,
about
okay,
Young
my
Boy?
bad.
You talking about Young Boy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay,
got
we're talking about Yak.
confused. Yeah,
Yeah, no
yeah, my
worries.
bad, my bad.
Yeah, Yak was arrested. First off,
He's from Florida, right? Yeah.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. Seems to make
Yak is
sure.
from Florida. Florida's from Broward County. He came up with the song that made Cardi B famous, Bodak Yellow. He had
That's
his
right.
original
Yeah.
song, like Kodak is one of the Cardac. That's dope.
Gavinator.
Uh, yep. But Kodak is actually really responsible for a lot of this drip out here. Really, really got a illustrious career. Like, and
Mm.
it's crazy because if you look at it, like, you wouldn't think Kodak's been here for a long time, but if you really look at it, he's one of those kids you grew up with. Like, he's been rapping since like 17, 18. You saw him, like, you know what I mean?
Mm.
So you watched him grow up. So I mean, and you saw what he grew up into. Um my thing is, though, I want to say, ever since the Drink Champs interview, remember that episode we were talking about him on Drink Champs, and I felt Nori shouldn't have put that out.
A lot of people felt that.
Right. And Nori did it again, but that's a conversation for another day. Um let's see. What I want to say is, as an artist, right, a former artist, I look at things a little bit differently. So the biggest question I had when they said Kodak Black released from jail throwing rocks at the reporters, I was like, that sound like Yak. Let me go watch the clip. So I go watch the clip, and Yak is released from jail. Um, and I guess allegedly things are happening. They followed a report. I guess it happened. Whatever, whatever. I don't even care about that part. The thing that struck me as the craziest to me is this man is worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
Mhm.
Why are you being released from jail by yourself? You just sitting there. There's nobody there to pick you up. You sitting there on your phone calling people like, "Hey, yo, it's yeah, baby. I'm free. Hey, check it out." Since like what? Wait, what? Do you remember when Diddy got arrested? And I want to say 8 years ago, something like that, when he was in LA County and he bailed out. Bro, you couldn't even see Diddy when he bailed out. Like it was 2 rows of security and caravans of Escalades, and I mean you didn't even see Diddy. A reporter couldn't even get a picture. Like Kodak just got out free and was just, "Hey, homie, I'm looking for a car, homie." Like you're like, wait, what? Like where is the management? Like that's that's what struck me as crazy, and I hate
Mm.
how and like I said, allegedly, I don't know if he really threw it. Like they said, they got the footage, whatever. I just hated how they just specifically they tried to railroad him. First of all, the charge they even arrested him for was fraudulent. You know what I'm saying? But Kodak was putting himself in some weird positions like he always do. But the thing is, though, it's like when you're coming home from a situation like that, like, bro, why are you just wilding out like that? Like why are you like wilding out like that? So my theory, I came to it with my theory, and I want to say it's Little Wayne syndrome, Little Bow Wow syndrome, Soldier Boy syndrome. Like if you've been in this space since all you can remember is this space, like you know what I'm saying, and your money's getting bigger, you're twice removed from reality. Like you know what I'm saying, like when Little Wayne came on the what was that Diane Sawyer and said, "What is Black Lives Matter?" Like he really didn't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's his world. He doesn't in his world, he's like, I'm rich. Everybody love me. How can people be racist? Everywhere I go, they fuck with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the Soldier Boys. He'd be like, I'm the first one. He just loses his mind all the time because things don't go his way. NBA Young Boys, like he get mad, like they just go in because that's the new generation. They've been famous. They've been famous longer than they've been not famous. Like, and they've been had it from such an
Mm.
early age. So when Kodak, they respond like children. So when Yak is coming out of jail, allegedly, somebody say something he didn't like, he like, I'm gonna throw some rocks at you, like, because you know he ain't gonna get in trouble. Come on now, look at his history. His no, yeah, his career history. Sorry, his criminal history. Got arrested for that pistol case. Um, got arrested for a pistol case traveling over state lines with a pistol, and that he bought fraudulently by lying on the pistol application by saying he wasn't a felon. And then he traveled from Boston all the way to Canada with that same pistol, and they caught him trafficking. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And he did what, a year, because you know what I'm saying. He's Yak. And then the other charge he got, they wanted to give that nigga like 7 8 years, but then Donald Trump pardoned him. Like then he got arrested for the drug trafficking recently, like you feel me? But they said, oh, there's no evidence on that. Now they found this man with drunk as hell in his Bentley at the passengers, sorry, in the driver's seat at 2 o'clock in the morning, with cocaine residue or white powdery residue around your lips and your nose. Like I'm like, was you just like Cookie Monster, like cookie, cookie, cookie? Like I don't understand, like how you just like I don't understand, like I don't understand it, like I don't get it. But like I said, like, he's got to grow up. Like I feel like Yak is one of those people that's gonna like it's gonna take some stiff consequences for him to tighten up. And unfortunately, there's just some people out there like that. Um, like some people, like there's a lot of people out there who can just receive a blessing and be like, "Ooh, God is good. Thank you for this 100 million. Let me keep the generational wealth flowing and mind my business, stay in the house." Yak ain't one of them. Yak is one of them. Like you know what? I gotta go sit down and not have some shit for a while to understand how you know what I mean how I've been blessed. That's pretty much my take on that.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it. I don't. I mean, I don't got much else to say to what you're saying, but he might have a business manager and not a like life coach type manager. You know what I mean?
Kodak
Like
doesn't have a
somebody.
manager. I actually had to
Okay.
Google do research. He has no management.
Okay. Okay. Well, then there you go. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about that, but
Yeah.
I hope he just finds peace and he doesn't take the road of just like it's cool to just die at top of the game and be a legend. You know, some people they think that like, yo, if I just I burn out and I die like some like Kurt Cobain at the peak. Like it's cool. It's
I
like
was gonna say that too, Kurt Cobain too.
like
River Phoenix type ish, yeah.
yeah, like nah, it's not always gonna be a win like that, man. But I just hope he gets some help and
Yeah.
he learns some
That's the biggest
humility
thing.
to let some
I
people
I like you
in
said
his
that.
circle, man. That's it.
I like you said that because I think I didn't mention that part of it as well. Because at the end of the day, this is still a 26-year
Person.
old young man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's be real. Even I didn't know really what I was really into at 26. Like, can you imagine if they would have happened to gave me 300 million 4 years before that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I think my road to figuring myself out would have been a little bit longer as well, or never would have been on the road at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So being 26, like I
Exactly.
said, I think we said this on a previous pod though. Like, money only makes you be 100% your true self. So it is what it is. Moving on though, I got one last thing I want to say. There was a different topic. There was speaking of YB better.
Mm.
Speaking of
Mm.
speaking of YB better, okay. I just want to go ahead and say YB better choose some smarter baby mamas. Because I just saw, I don't know if it's fake, I don't know if it's clout chasing or not, but right before the pod started, we seen one of your baby mamas allegedly on Instagram live in the trunk of the car being kidnapped.
Who?
Now, young boy's baby mama, one of them. He's got like 7, 8 of them. I don't know which one it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This breaking news? This sounds like breaking news.
Right? Oh, it's breaking. Yeah, it happened
Oh,
like 20 minutes
oh.
yeah, it
Okay,
happened 20
okay.
minutes. Like,
I'm
you
like,
know what I
wait,
mean?
wait, huh? All right. Fill
Yeah.
me in.
So I'm trying to, okay, there's a clip going viral now. Like I said, one of NBA young boys' baby mamas went on Instagram live
Mm.
inside the trunk of a car, crying, talking about, I'm being kidnapped. Please come get me. Please come help me. And the whole time she's flashing the phone like this, you can see the
Emergency
highlighted,
latch.
and it's glowing. It's glowing. It's glowing. So like I said, I wasn't sure if this was like, see, like, and the crazy part is, right, my mind, right, as an older gentleman who's looking at society nowadays, I got two options. I'm trying to figure out, A, is this just clout chasing and I gotta just put it in the rest of the box for the clout chase maneuvers that people are trying to do to get relevant? Or B, is you really this stupid to where you clicked 7 extra additional buttons to get on live, then call the police? Like, or hit that button, or maybe nobody taught her about an emergency latch. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't see, like, I don't know. There's so many ways to take it. Like, I don't know. So, well, yeah. All I had my thoughts on that was, if you got kidnapped, I don't feel any woman should ever be kidnapped, or, you know what I mean, just taken anywhere against their will. I do feel like natural selection is missing from society nowadays. And if you get kidnapped and you are inside of a trunk looking at the fucking emergency latch and you go on Instagram live, maybe maybe the kids is better off with their daddy. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, that's, I don't know, bro. Like, that's all I got. It's like, I don't know. Well, do you have anything? You have a take on that?
Next. I'm
Thank
talking about
you.
that shit.
Yeah, moving on to sports, man. Thank God. Cool. So,
Reg, you got to get
last
that
week,
off your chest, man.
yeah, no, I saw it and I was like, "Oh, that's crazy!" Like, don't, you know what I mean? Don't, you know what I mean? Because it's always protect women. But then I was thinking about it, I'm
Mm.
like, man, but shouldn't they like try to protect themselves a little bit? Like, shouldn't they try to? I'm like, all right, but yeah, but last week we talked about the Sabrina and Steph 3-point contest. I had my thoughts about what I thought was going to happen and my views on, you know what I mean? And then it did happen.
Mm.
So since that was one of your subjects, I wanted to get your take on it first about what you thought about the whole Sabrina versus Steph. One and that girl can shoot, by the way. But go ahead.
It's cool. I'm glad they did it. Looking forward to see what they remix next year. I hope they do something different. I do not want them to bring them both back. They can bring two different shooters that are different genders. That's cool. But I'm glad they did it. What's sad is this was a big highlight for everyone out of a weekend of NBA All Stars. This was like what everyone was kind of talking about. So
Yep. Facts.
it's kind of crazy, but yeah, I encourage them to do more with this, but just don't do the same thing. As for
Right.
the performance, how she did and all that, like it was dope, man. I thought it's a big stage, different environment. She probably ain't ever been in nothing like that before. Steph been there since he was in Underoos, so like um kind of new experience was going to help in the sense of competitiveness and all that. But it's cool, man. I thought it was dope. I ain't mad at it. I'm glad they did it. She probably thought she was going to do better, and that's how it goes, man. And then
She was
sometimes
smoking that thing, though.
at
That's
first,
crazy.
and then she had a little dry
Yeah.
spell, but it happens, yo. It's part of the game. Part of the game. Looked like she had a blast. That belt, that goat belt though, that was the worst thing ever. I
Yeah.
was like, what? Wait, whoa.
Agreed. Agreed.
That was bad. That was
Agreed.
almost as
They
bad as
had
the dunk contest. But what did you think of the Sabrina and Steph? I'm gonna say it because I can't dunk. I'm gonna talk mine.
I ain't gonna lie. I used to be
I'm
able to
gonna
get
get
up
real
there.
close too.
Hold on. I used to get up there. Hey,
You
hey,
used to.
hey.
I can still get up there.
Hey, no. I'm saying I used to get up there, right? But then I used to have this
Used
like
to.
tall, light skinned nigga hating on me every time I was up there. He'd be like, "Get that shit out of here." I was,
That's
I
right.
was, I was in. I was ready to posterize something. Like, you know what I mean? As soon as I did one of these, another hand was on the ball, pushing me back. Like, yeah, I don't. Yeah. Anyway, short
Yeah.
story short, light skins are haters.
I'm a yak
Um,
farmer. I stop the
yeah,
yaks. I control the yaks. They don't happen around me.
I was up there too, man. I had man. I still got the hoppers.
You got
I don't.
hops, but I can
Hey, you know
still
what?
yak. I
Hold
still
on. We
yak.
going No, I ain't gonna hold you. We gonna have to get out there. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
There he
I'm gonna get.
goes.
You know what I mean?
And when he sees me in
You
person,
know
he's
what I mean?
like, "Oh, hey, blood, hey, yo, it's cool." Like,
First off,
oh,
I'm gonna say,
you should win. You should win. Because you're like this tall. It's like,
well, yeah, you should win,
let's
but I
see
still got out there though.
why don't we just
Oh, you want to give the stats? You want to give them the stats?
Hmm.
Hailing from Las Vegas,
Oh, here he goes.
Ghost Meth, 6'9", 6'9". My bad, 6'9",
Why are we doing this?
230 pounds.
Why are we doing this?
Oh, because you're making it seem like we on even playing fields. I am 5'11". You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I wasn't saying we're not even playing fools. This is comedy. Go ahead, go ahead.
You are
He wish he my height. He wish he was my height.
no
I
no no
didn't
no no
even.
no 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 no
Yeah,
no no
yeah.
no 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 no. I do not at
He don't
all.
wish he was my light. He wish he was my height. Make sure that
No,
was
no, 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 no,
clear. You
no,
know
no,
what I'm
no, no,
saying?
no.
He don't want the
I don't
light,
want
but he
your
want the.
I don't want your height. I don't want your light. I don't want your I don't want nothing, bro. Like I'm trying to tell you, like just hearing how you have to shop for clothes, I was like, I'm good being this height. I'm good.
Yeah,
Fuck Duncan. Fuck Duncan.
respect.
You know
That's what
what
I'm
I'm saying?
saying. That's what I'm saying.
But anyway,
It's
back to
overrated.
Sabrina and Steph. I had a whole you heard my take on it when we first originally talked about it and everything. And I'm gonna have to walk that one back too because
Mm.
I've never heard of Sabrina or I mean I've heard of WNBA, but I've never heard about what she does over there, what she's been doing. So actually just seeing her actually go perform and remember I made all them jokes like I'm like, oh, she got the smaller ball and all, but hey, she was out there busting, like, you know what I mean? She was taking the same shots from the same distance. She wasn't taking no, like, you know what I'm saying? She wanted it. She was going for it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and
She
I liked it.
competitive.
Yeah, I
Yeah, yeah.
liked it. I liked it. Like, you know, and it was cool how Curry, you know what I'm saying, was, you know, Curry, like, you know what I mean? Like, I like how they did it where like he only beat her by one basket to make it still be, you know, accept, you know what I mean, pretty cool. Like, you know, because if he beat her by anything more,
We can't do this next year.
yeah, for sure. Like, no, y'all disrespectful out here. Y'all
Y'all killing
disrespectful.
the killing the IP. You
So
can't be
you gonna
doing
score
that.
40? So you gonna do 45, and she gonna get 23, 26. That's how you feeling? Oh my bad, bro. I was hot that day. No, you can't say that. Like you can't say that, especially because Curry. Especially because you know it's Curry. Like you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The man didn't even participate in the regular 3 pointers. Like you know what I'm saying? He was like, nah. I'm gonna go ahead and own somebody real quick, and my wife is cooking something. Remember, she got that cooking show. I'm gonna be back home a little early tonight. Maybe Mr. Fab might be out here. I'm gonna hang out with 40 and then I be hanging out like he probably got some plans. He probably got some plans.
Right.
He's like, let me just smoke this real quick. All right, cool. I'll see y'all. Like, I'll
Yeah.
see y'all. But yeah, honestly, like I said though, my take on that was I thought it was actually a great way to bridge the gap between the WNBA and the actual NBA. The WNBA doesn't get a lot of light and shine, which I think is crazy because um who doesn't want to look at beautiful women playing basketball? Like, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful women playing great basketball too. They dunking this year. They dunking now too. They out there
Mm-hmm.
yanking. Like I remember when I
Mm-hmm.
was a little kid watching WNBA, I was like, layup number 150. All right, here we go. Like, all right, cool. That's what's up. Ooh, she crossed her layup. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what I mean? It's not exciting, but now like I want to say that since the NBA, the game of basketball in the NBA has evolved from it being more technical, I want to say, because a lot of people are now like the Kyries are shining. The Steph Curry's a littler man who can, you know, what I mean, who shoots now. Now it's more, it's more of a 3 point game. So like now that like since the fans changed, like the game changed, now I feel like the light can be brought to the WNBA because like back in the day when we were growing up, all we cared about is just dunking and just yanking on somebody,
Just
like you
raw
know,
competition. Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like the Vince Carters, like the Shaquille O'Neals breaking like backboards, like that's what we grew up on. So now that the
Yo,
game has modernized and changed, I think it's lit,
there it is. There it is. Yeah, yeah. Because the girls play that. The girls play like the dudes in the '90s now. You know what I mean? They play hella hard. They be like
right?
not like, and it's not like the girls before didn't play hard, but like that aggressive. Like they all embrace this Mamba thing nowadays. All these females embrace that Mamba thing, especially because he was
Oh yeah,
around, right? So
oh yeah.
the competitiveness of women's basketball now is just high up. So it's fun to watch, and they're pretty
Very
much owned
entertaining.
by the same thing. So I love that the NBA shines and gives them that shine. They got to figure out what they're gonna do with that G League, but that's a whole different combo.
For
But I
sure.
like I like this. They're slowly branching it out and embracing that other
Yeah.
branch of the business. So that's dope.
And yeah, this ain't your Lisa Leslie's WNBA. Like it's different
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like it's
Cheryl
different.
Swoops and all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But see, but I feel like the WNBA and the NBA, since like you said, you brought up something that a lot of people missed. A lot of people don't realize they're pretty much owned by a lot of the same people. Like, you know what I'm saying? So with the threat of the big three on the horizon, you know what I mean, taking a lot of business and things like that from from the regular NBA, they're looking for modernizing it to appeal to more younger fans. Now we got to get the women more involved. Let's click up over here because they coming over here. Like I just like it's a good look. I feel like it shouldn't be a competition. I feel like why can't you have like NBA games on Monday and Wednesday and Friday, WNBA games on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, maybe
They
Big
do.
Three on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it doesn't have to be perceived as a competition. Like, because if you're a sports fan, you're gonna watch sports regardless. You
Mm-hmm.
don't care like if it's on this network, if it's this, it's this. Like, if you like boxing, you're gonna watch boxing. You don't care if it's on pay per view or HBO. Like, you're gonna watch boxing. Like,
That's coming
so
though.
oh, that'd be lit.
That's
That'd be lit.
coming. They're making a Hulu app of sports, so you'll be able to get NHL, NBA, NFL, ESPN, Fox Sports. Like they're all going to be in
Oh,
one
they're combining
thing,
all of them.
into one
Oh,
thing, like
shoot.
Hulu, but it's going to be a sports thing. That's coming like the end of this year. So
Ooh.
we'll be
Yeah, they
able to
better.
finally
Yeah,
then you can finally line up your days with all your stuff because it's hard because it's like this day it's this, but it's on this
on this
channel. But
channel, exactly.
so at least if you just pay
Just
for
the
that,
football season alone, like you
yeah,
feel me, is
yeah,
hard to
yeah.
navigate. Like if you don't have a Fubo or you know what I mean,
Mm,
like or an elite sports package, like you over there. Wait, it's on CBS on Sunday. Okay, cool. Next week, ABC. Okay, cool. Wait, Monday on
yeah,
ABC, but they do a Monday
yeah,
night. Okay, cool. Hold on. Like you're like, bro, like nah, bro, like you know what I
yeah,
mean, just rock me. You know what I mean, handle me, swag me out in one area. Like you know what I mean, like they
yeah.
did with battle rap. They got caffeine. They got all. You know what I mean, they did with battle rap. Like
Yeah, yeah. They just signed a deal, so they're gonna make that happen this year. It's gonna be dope. At least all the sports things. I just hope it ain't a lot, but that's what we need. The dudes just need a sports app. I pay
yeah.
y'all $20 a month, and I can watch all the sports I want. Cool.
And if you actually do the math on that though, like it actually puts more power back into their hands too, because they don't have to actually go through all ABCs and all these other networks because it's over here now. So now the ABCs and them got to come to them if they want to get some ad space and things like that. So it definitely evens
Yeah,
the playing
yeah,
field. For
Yeah,
sure.
not to get into our TV talk early or nothing, but yeah. Um, yeah,
I
look
don't
for
even got
that.
nothing for TV. Shoot,
No,
I
but
ain't
I'm
got
saying, but I'm just saying, like
right.
what you're saying in terms of a problem, they're already looking to trying to
Yeah.
solve that because it's hard to know what's going on. And I think, and just to wrap this up, I think the NBA will take in the big three once they understand what to do with something like a G League to deal with something that's a lower level product. And I feel
Right.
the
I
NBA
agree
or
with
the
that.
WNBA is a lower product in a sense, right? But they're getting that now. They're figuring it out. And so maybe
Yeah.
once that happens, now they can add the next arm, which could be the big three. I just think the big three needs to be the new G League. Get rid of the G League, and now it's called the Big Three or something. You know
The
what I
Big
mean?
Three League. The Big Three
Yeah,
League.
you know what I mean? Or that could be a separate league, and the Big Three can now go international. Now you got the Big Three in France. You know what I mean? And those are
So I'm
feeders
not.
into the
Yeah.
G League. You know,
Yeah.
like
I
they
was
could
gonna.
really
Yeah.
do some stuff, but
Yeah. I was gonna ask you because I'm not familiar with the business side of the NBA and things like that. I know the NBA. They got the G League. They're more international. They go. You know what I mean? Whatever.
no, G League's
Um.
just local, like
Oh, sorry. G League's
small
local.
town.
What's the one they do? The overseas players.
That's FIBA. That's the FIBA like league, but
Okay.
that's not
Okay.
like theirs. That's not like theirs or nothing.
Okay, because you said something real quick, and I was trying to touch up on that. Did you say like the big three can't go to France? So
Oh
like
no,
Ice Cube said like,
they
oh,
could,
go ahead.
but
Oh, okay.
they could do it. Not like they can't do that now, but when you
Okay.
have the NBA's stamp, all these other
Mm. Oh, yep,
channels and
yeah,
TV companies are gonna be
yeah.
like, oh
That's
yeah,
opening some doors. That's opening
we'll sign
doors for
that.
sure.
We'll sign that. That's all. Not
Yeah,
like
that's
they
opening
couldn't do it
doors.
alone. That's all.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying they can embrace them and make them a product where they're not a comp. They're just part of the whole
Yeah,
ecosystem of basketball. Like you got to go through the big three before you can even get through the G League, and before you can get through the G League,
to NBA, to the
NBA.
NBA. Yeah,
And then we got champions now that came from the big three to the G League to the league, and then they got the chip.
that'd
Then
be
you're like,
lit. That'd be
yeah.
lit.
See, this is what I'm saying. But they
That'd
got
be
to build to
lit.
that. I think maybe Adam Silver might have that kind of vision. We'll see. I like what he's doing though. I really like what that dude's doing.
One thing I got to give him his props for, Adam Silver, is the fact that because we talk about things of the same, not the same proportion, but the same kind of scenarios where we want to identify a problem that we might have with our product before it's even a problem, and already, you know what I mean, have a solution for it. So when it does happen, we're like, oh, no worries. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So I just want to say I want to applaud him for that because since the big three and then the dwindling of the fans of the WNBA, since even the dwindling ticket sales of the regular NBA, like, and you could tell he really went proactive and decided, okay, I'll put my best foot forward. Like he got the streamers, he's got the floors looking crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? Because this is a new NBA. This ain't the Michael Jordan era no more. Like this ain't the Kobe era no more. Like this ain't even LeBron era no more. Like that's we got maybe five at most with that left. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta really see well, I think what's the new face of NBA, Luca?
You could say Luca Edwards. Um, but yeah, that
Game
dude's been on
time?
it,
Game
man.
time?
That dude's been on
Uh
it, man. Because even the bubble, when you let those people have their families be virtually in the stands on Zoom, man, like
I like that. I like that.
how dope was that, fam? Like
I thought that was lit, bro. I
you
thought that
can
was lit as
see
hell.
your family in there, like fam. Like that's what I'm saying. This dude, I love what he's doing, and I got big optimistic hopes for that dude and what he can do with the NBA. And they split 50-50 with the players. So that's why I love the NBA. So shout out. They
They're
get that
breaking people
money.
off now.
Yeah,
Hey, you know,
yeah.
ever since they started breaking them college people off, I noticed they're being real more free with the money because
NBA
because
been
they're
that
losing.
way. NBA already been that way. Don't do that.
But I'm saying though, like
Not with them.
you have. I know what I'm saying though, but you have to
Football, yeah.
reward. But I'm saying you have to reward the younger players, like you know what I'm saying. Oh, and we already know
Yeah,
behind the scenes what the NBA was doing with the younger players. We ain't trying to go down. We ain't going down that road. But I'm
yeah.
saying though, you have to see. This is what doesn't make any sense to me. Like you understand every 2 years, 3 years, somebody's graduate. Every year, somebody's graduating. Somebody's gonna be dope. Somebody every year, like you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to alienate your future, like you know what I'm saying, the future of your brand. Like your brand is dependent upon the next star. Like you know what I mean. Like I
Mm-hmm.
mean, especially right now, like you because it was supposed to be John Morant, and then he couldn't act right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now he's trying to but like I said, you're always looking for the next young star. Like
Superstar.
Superstar, yeah, for sure.
Because they got
Superstar.
stars. They already got a bunch of stars, but you're talking about superstars.
I'm
The
saying
LeBrons.
the LeBrons, the Jordans, the Currys,
Yeah,
like,
those are
you know what I'm
superstars.
saying?
Yeah.
Superstars. The Vince Carters, the Shaquille O'Neals, the Kobe, like they're looking for something like that. Like, so I'm looking at the new
Wemby. Wemby might be it. We just got to give him some time.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because LeBron, what was Bronny James? Didn't he get that heart condition or something like that? It's like, so that's over with. Yeah, so yeah, because
he was never that big. He was not like a big monster on the court. His game was different.
I thought his brother was better than him, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Who's his
brother?
A lot
of people say that.
The younger one? Yeah, I thought he was raw.
He's still playing.
Nobody focused on him. But nobody focused.
He's younger. He's got some more years coming.
Yeah, I'm my money on him for surely. And you know, Bron said he's gonna wait until one of them kids get in the league. He's like, I gotta play with one of them first.
We'll see about that.
I know, right? Exactly. And I'm like, you better go the ball camp and go ahead and try to figure out to get them kids. You better go talk to the dad over there.
You can play in the same league if your son's in the G League. You just drop down when he's finally like 52. LeBron be like 55 and be in the G League. Hey, y'all.
If LeBron is 55 in the G League, bro, that is not even about competition, bro. That's just being greedy. Like, I got all the records in the NBA. Let me come down here and start going. Like, nah, bro, don't do that, bro. That'd be so disrespectful. Be like, oh, y'all numbers out here in the G League. I'm 50, nigga. Come on, you gotta play with me. I'm 50. Like,
he's like top scorer in the G League, 20,000. Bet.
All-time scorer in G League. Like, well, I did in the NBA. I gotta come on, bro. Like,
it's like, bet. Oh, it's only 20,000. I got it. Give me 2 seasons. Can I sign a 3-season deal? But I'm just quitting 2. Cool. All right, thanks.
Bro, come on now, bro. You know you're gonna see Bron. You're gonna see the stats. Bron scores 140 points in last night's game. You're gonna be like, bruh, this thing even take off his warm-ups? This thing even take off his warm-ups?
He takes off his warm-ups after halftime.
Exactly.
Oh man.
No, I'm not trying to shit on the G League though. I mean, y'all got talent. Yeah, y'all got talent. Like, matter of fact, y'all had the win of the dunk contest in the G League, like right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got a lot of talent. We ain't trying to shit on y'all talent, man.
Oh, I never disrespect the G League. Never. I got trained by one of y'all, so respect.
Pause.
Nah, because when people like him underestimate me, oh, you can play. Yeah, G League. I got smoked by G League dude. I learned.
No, I just want to make sure though. But you can't say you got trained by. I just want to make sure you put the pause on that. Like,
you know what's crazy? He be like super pausing it, and he lived near the Capitol. Pardon the left.
The Capitol. What do you mean by the Capitol?
The Capitol where pause would be. Where would the pausing be? What's the pausing about?
I don't know. You're talking about
rainbows,
like with the dogs,
rainbows, and.
It depends on which pause you're talking about. You mean like animals?
Castros. I'm talking Castro, not Fidel. Rainbows and pretty afros.
It sounds like you're talking about My Little Pony or something. Care Bears? I don't get it. What are you talking about?
Hey, that's.
I think you said the TV segment was later. I'm confused. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Are you trying? Are you trying to say something
a lot? He be pausing a lot.
Pausing a lot. Oh.
He be pausing a lot.
I gotta pause a lot because you be missing the pause. Like, I mean, respectfully. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because you think I'll be talking about that. That's what's hilarious. He looking for the gay clues. He ready for somebody to hit on him. He like, oh, pause that.
Well, I ain't gonna lie.
See, here we go. We're gonna hit you with the Joe button. Here we go.
No. What do you mean? Look, I'm just gonna say.
Why are you interested? Why are you worried about it?
I'm not interested or worried about it. I'm just saying, no. As an attractive male, you know what I'm saying?
All right, man. You worried about the hits. Okay, I got you. You get hit on a lot by the ladies and the dudes. Okay, my bad. My bad. I don't know that life.
And plus, I'm a real hip hop head. You feel me? So, like, you already know, like, you know what I'm saying? Back in the days of no homo, I was on that too back then. It just evolved to pause. You know what I'm saying? So you're telling me you wasn't saying no homo? Because I definitely remember you saying that a lot back in the day.
Not a lot. Because it's like, yo, we live near Homoville. Like, dog.
Homo erectus.
Sure.
Pause.
You can't let it go.
But it's really a thing, though. It's really a thing. I read it in a book. like, all right, cool. Let's move the fuck on
There you go.
before we get ourselves demonetized on this shit on accident.
The
World
PauseCast.
news, man. The PauseCast. Oh no, that might
What
be
you
today.
talking about?
Oh no, that might be the episode. Hey, that might be today's episode because I wanted
There
to
it
be.
is.
You know what I mean? It could be
There
the
it is.
PauseCast. It
There
could
it is.
be. But yeah, I want to actually talk about some world news. This came across my desk as well. Um, I want to what to say? Yeah. Mm. So there's been a couple organized gangs that have a gang of migrants that have finally been arrested in New
Oh.
York for committing organized crime. Obviously, there's a surplus of over 100,000 migrants that are in New York. They've been involved. Not all of them. I'm not trying to group anybody in a whole lumps thing.
Speaking
I'm not.
loosely,
Yeah,
relax,
yeah,
y'all.
yeah. I'm
Relax,
not.
y'all.
Pause. I'm not nothing loose. Pause. But I'm just saying. Just saying. Um, I'm not trying to lump anybody together because that's what the higher, you know what I mean, them people, the racists, the is, whatever, you know what I mean, the isms, like, you know what I'm saying, that's how those get started. So I'm not going to say it's everybody. I'm going to say that a certain number of the people that have been coming through the border, the migrants in New York, have actually been recruited into organized crime. They start off by jumping on the mopeds, and I've been looking into it kind of in depth actually, and seeing like what's going on from from the card they're giving them for the monthly spending, to the crime, that the influx of crime, to the lack of actual judicial prosecution. I've been looking at everything. So they have been arrested. They went through a couple shelters. One group, not all of them. It ain't like they just came in and knocked out a whole terrorist cell. Nothing like that. They just got some information on a few crimes that
Pause.
happened.
Oh no, I did it
Mm.
wrong. My bad. My bad. My bad. I thought that was a pause. My bad. My bad.
I gotta educate my light scan on the right
Yeah,
timing. Okay.
thought that was a pause. My bad.
Mm. I
Going
got you.
in and something.
I'll put you on. And I'll put you
Yeah.
on. Oh, that's a pause right there. You say I'm going in on. See, that's pause.
What you say?
Anyway, anyway, but like I said,
I'll
so they
figure it
got
out.
arrested. No, I got you. I got you. Trust me, I can multitask. Obviously, if I can figure out pause and how to talk. So yeah, what I was trying to say is that so they were arrested, which I thought was a great look for the city. It looks like they're cracking down on crime. It looks like the crime that they actually introduced to their city, which I thought was crazy. But if you actually look at the fine print, they were arrested, they were apprehended, they were arrested, and they were cited and released. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, a cite and release is what we have in San Francisco as well right now with the new Prop 47 law that passed. If you steal $950 and under, it's a cite and release. A cite and release is when they will arrest you for the crime, and then they will take you to the station. Then they won't book you. They'll book you. They'll get your information in, like whatever, fingerprints and all that, and then they'll say, "Hey, oh, actually, you know what? This ain't even actually a real crime like that. Just don't get in trouble again with it, and then we'll come get you, and it'll be a stiffer consequence next time, and they let you go." So, they got all these undocumented. I don't want to call them illegals because they're here legally. I think I don't know. I don't know how it works. I'm not even familiar with the
Hmm.
terminology. I don't know. Point is, so you're telling me that somebody who doesn't even have a permanent place to stay, somebody doesn't have an ID, no way to track them down. They're going to be arrested for committing a crime, and then you're going to say, "All right, don't do it again because what?" Like that's all I got. That's all I got. Because what? Like what would be the deterrent for me to be like, hold on, wait a minute, why would I stop committing crimes? Every time they arrest me, they let me go. I love America. Like America, this is where you can't get the American dream. Like in my country, I get arrested, they chopping shit off. Like over here, like you know what I'm saying, this is the American dream. I feel you. How come all y'all ain't rich? Well, just go in the store and steal it. You don't see what I do? I just like they probably looking at us like we crazy. They probably looking at us like how come all y'all ain't millionaires? Y'all don't just go on the moped and just take it from people like we do? Like, no, we can't do that here. They don't do that to us. Like all I know is the only comment I have about this is I feel bad for the actual citizens of New York. You know what I mean? The people that are actually homeless, the people that are actually
Mm.
doing crime to survive, like selling drugs or, what I mean, even pimping or whatever they got to do to, what I mean, part of the seedy underworld, and then are really like on some BIG ish, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate my neighbor because she just called the police on me for selling crack to feed my daughter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those type of individuals, like, that sucks for them because they get the stiffest penalties. They are, I mean, they get maxed out in the criminal system. And to see a person who just got here, they got $1,000 a month on a card, and they had to write sign a piece of paper to promise to use it on food. Like, there's people in America right now with an EBT card with $200 and can't go to McDonald's if they want to because it's hot food. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to use it for cold food only. Safeway, like any place, any grocery store. But these people get $1,000 on the card, they can go anywhere. They could save up for 2 months, 3 months. You know what I'm saying? And then go to the dealership, go buy a car. Like, it's crazy, and people are out here who live here, and they're just really going through it. So, like I said, I feel sorry for the citizens that are actually that live in that city before this happened, because that's got to feel like a spit in the face by your own government, your own mayor, your own.
Exactly.
That's got to feel like a spit in the face. Like, you homeless right now, and they living at the Trump, not the Trump Tower, but you get my gist. They closed down a whole high school, like, so they could stay there for 3 days, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and then they closing out, like, and I'm all for the benefit of helping other people when they're in need. Like, we are not cold hearted people in America. We're not devils. We, like, everybody need if somebody needs help, we, as human beings, we want to help other people. But I'm a firm believer in, you can't help nobody else if you don't have your own house in order, and our house is
Makes sense.
nowhere near in order. Like, so I felt like it was just short-sighted on our part by trying to just be involved in three wars and hosting a host of migrants coming here. Like I'm like, where is the money coming from? Like, aren't we, like, I think we got motherfucker Tiffany Hinyard's accountant over here, because, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know where the money coming from or where it's going, and then we get a random, like, news report randomly, like, every 3 days. Oh yeah, remember that 6 billion we had over there? Don't know where it went, but check it out though. We know it's gone. Like, they don't even try to lie to you on the news no more. You notice that shit? They don't even try. They just be like, look, hey, had it, but it ain't here no more. What are you gonna do? Like, nothing. Like, it ain't my money. It
Right.
ain't my money. Like, I never had no problem with it. Like, Anyway, I don't care. Anyway, but I was saying, what was your thoughts on the? What was your thoughts about the whole migrant crisis, or we call it a crisis? I don't know what the. I don't want to term it anything. What do you think about
Mm.
the migrant issue that is happening in around the country right now, or but New York specifically?
I think it's unfortunate, and if you were to zoom out of America, this has been happening for years and years in other places. So, um, I don't know, man. It's unfortunate and it sucks, and I don't like that situation. But I'm not a taxpayer of that state.
Mm.
I can't imagine how it feels to pay taxes, a real expensive taxes there.
Hello,
And New York City has a separate extra city tax because you're in the city. So
hello.
I can only imagine how they're feeling when they're
New
paying all
toll
that.
taxes.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, but just yeah, just like
It's everything. It's expensive.
man, it's
They
it's,
said
it's expensive.
a pack of cigarettes is $22.
Yeah, yeah. No, every
Yeah.
receipt you see an extra city tax because not only New York got theirs, there's a New York City tax besides the state tax. Like
Oh shit!
oh yeah,
I
no, no,
didn't
no,
know
no.
that.
Yeah, the city
Oh
also says, hey, oh,
wow!
this is NYC.
I need
So
my cut too.
bada
Oh,
bing, bang,
okay.
bang. Yeah, fam. Like
Damn, I
so,
didn't know that part.
I'd be real upset.
I'd be hot. Yeah, I'd be
Be
hot.
real
What the fuck you talking
upset,
about,
fam.
bro?
I
Have you?
don't know,
Okay,
man.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I just don't know what else to say, man. I just be upset. I feel for the taxpayers. I don't know what they can do besides not pay.
Can't do that though.
Yeah, exactly.
They know where you live. They know where you live. They know
Exactly.
where your ass. They know where your
Exactly.
ass work at. They know. They know. They can get their money from you real quick.
Exactly. So I'm like, I don't know what else to say.
Um. one thing I do want to say is it was kind of on the lighter side. I was watching some of the clips, like how you know what I mean the robberies were occurring and things like that. And I just want to say that these migrants came here and got right real quick. Like I ain't gonna hold you. They had the Amiris on. I thought we was looking at some Brooklyn niggas for a second. Like niggas had Amiris on. Like nigga had a Montclair bubble. Like they was on the scooter. I'm like, oh look, they got a light skinned nigga over there. It's like the migrants. I'm like, the migrants. Like, how they know what a Miri is? Like the fuck? Like
Because of
they came over there.
YouTube.
And all I'm gonna say they adapted very well. Like you know what I'm saying? They was really moving like some real street act. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
so.
easy to
Like I
see.
said, they were they're very organized. They said they had somebody that was in charge recruiting people as soon as they get off. You know what I mean? Like, and I want to say that everybody is so up in arms about trying to just get mad about the immigrants and things like that. Like, I want to say that, like I said, not everyone came here to try to exploit the American dream and try to exploit. I want to say at least 25%, even if it's max 25%, came to try to, you know what I mean, just escape where they were coming from and get a better life. I feel like we should owe it to ourselves to at least, you know what I mean, keep that in mind. But like I said, we are not there yet as a country to be doing this. Ain't 1923 when we was the, you know what I mean, the super economic global tank that, you know what I mean, we used to be. Like we are. Did you see that clip of that 21-year-old dude talking about how in college talking about how they're not going to draft him? Or if we did have a draft, his zesty, sassy ass ain't gonna go. Like, and he was completely heterosexual. Like he was just like, but he was talking like with the extra, like, there's no way because I'm on Zoloft and I'm on these other things. I got anxiety. I was like, oh shit, yeah, this ain't the same America from when, you know what I mean, my grandfather was like, no, like we gotta go out and fight for the country. Like, even if they hate us in this country, like we still gonna go and fight because this is our country. Like nobody feels that way anymore. We are too
I
divisive over here.
mean, a lot of people aren't proud of this place either right now, especially compared to before. So, um,
What I will say
comes
is though,
with it.
being a part of this country, I think it's dope being a part of this country because we are afforded a lot of opportunities if you take advantage of the opportunities. Um, But me personally, like I said, I want to say one thing and then we can move on. I love going to somewhere outside of the country and seeing how it's like to be black in another country. Like, because bro, I damn near feel light skinned. I ain't gonna hold you. I, I walk over there, they start apologizing for shit they did to me in America. They're like, man, it's crazy how they just did you. They start shaking my hand. I'm like, you know what? I thought it was crazy too. Nobody said shit. That was crazy. I thought it appreciate you, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, should they tell us to just take on the chin? Like, the rest of the world noticed. Like, I'm just telling
Yeah,
you, they noticed. So I just love that part. But anyway, yeah, let's move. Let's move on. I just love that part. Dude really walked up to me and was like, bruh, I feel your struggle, bruv. I was like, me too,
oh
bruh.
man,
Like, me too. Feel you, fam. No, I don't want to croissant, but we good though. But anyway, hold on. Oh, oh yeah, I had to bring this up. Other news. Did you know? When we had our last episode, there was a cell outage. Cell towers were outed. AT&T, T-Mobile, all the. Did you know about that?
yeah,
The day of the pod we were podding last episode.
yeah.
I didn't because my phone was fine, so I didn't know nothing about him. I didn't have on some real shit. The only thing that was affected was my air dropping. I don't know for some reason the conversions was really lagging, and then I started being like, "Hey, that's crazy." And I looked it up. It was like everybody phone off. I'm like, "Oh, word? Oh, okay. Well, let me stop complaining then." I only got airdrops. Airdrop is my problem. Like, so, but was your phone affected, or how did you feel about that?
I don't know if my phone was affected because I was asleep during the outage moment, and
Mm. Yeah, they said it was from 4 in the morning to like 7 or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
yeah, it was like a couple hours too or so.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah. I don't know. What are you asking about this?
One, if you heard about it, and I got the
Yeah,
answer
I
to that
did.
question. So
I
I got to
did.
answer that question. Two, if you were affected and you
I
just
don't
said
know.
no. Oh, you don't know? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, you don't know? Yeah, I don't know either. Like I said, I thought it was
go
crazy
sleep.
because, like I said, after we finished the pod, like you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying. Then I just happened to look, and everybody's like, "Oh, your phone's working." I was like, "Yeah, I paid the bill." Like,
Right?
and they was like, "No, because I've been off all morning." I was like, "Oh, that's crazy." And then I looked, and it was a thing. So I was just wondering if you happen to notice anything. And damn, I love that shirt, man. Look, you coming in here every week with something new on. My man putting that shit on. Okay, I see you,
Hey,
boy. I ain't gonna
yeah,
hold you. I didn't know what that was, bro. I finally got to read it. Okay, yeah, you putting that shit on.
hey,
Okay, shout out my
we in
nigga. I
here.
ain't gonna hold you. I fuck with it. God dang it. I guess our world news is really just centered around fucking New York. Okay, that's crazy.
I mean, just to tie up that cell phone thing real quick, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's people are trying to say it might be a cyber attack and all that, or it's a test, or the
It could
EMP
be.
thing, and it's not. It just
I
don't
mean, it
make
could be.
sense. It don't make sense. It could
Explain to me
be,
why it
but
doesn't
it
make
don't
sense.
make
Expound.
sense.
No, expound. Expound. I want to know why it doesn't make sense.
I mean, do you know if there's an EMP gun? Or generally an EMP is just a big area. And so it would be affecting more than just a cell tower. If I was to pop them off in strategic places, I would think other businesses or farms or other people would be like, yo, I had no power near the
Mm,
tower, right?
mm.
So
Okay.
I lovely. Yeah, it sounds great and you can get your clicks, but I mean, thinking about it, like, no, this can't be a planned EMP attack. Unless we got some new EMP gun that's direct and you can shoot just the tower and not affect nothing right away. Like, good
Well,
luck with that. I'm saying, not again, I'm not saying it's
no,
impossible, but good luck. Good luck with
I'm
that.
just,
Like, if if
I'm
if
just,
you could have that technology and be that coordinated, why would you? I don't know. Anyway, if
no,
you
you
got some
actually,
shit like that, like it's like, come on now.
no, you cooking, you cooking.
So, it's just to me, it's failure. The equipment for the cell towers is very old. I know this because of my day job. Can't
Mm,
say too much else about it, but
mm,
that technology is old and
mm,
faulty. And we've had these kind of issues before where there's been breaks in the line between the transatlantic and all these other things. So,
mm. Okay.
um, if you want it to be a theory and a cyber attack or something, then yeah, we could find some good stuff to maybe say that, but don't seem likely. Yeah, and why just one network mostly than the others, and yeah, just no man. It's cute though.
I
It's
was
cute.
actually, no, actually, I was gonna play devil's advocate on this one, but unfortunately, I feel like I can't. Just because I had a previous job, with the forestry department, and there was a lot of fires that were, you know what I mean, started, and they didn't know why until we actually got to the bottom of the problem, and it was, mo- I want to say 8 times out of 10, it was because of the faulty old lines between the PG&E company and things like that. So I had a firsthand look on how much they don't really update their infrastructure, like, or a lot of stuff that's already been running, and the stuff has been out there, like the lines like that, them cable lines, just the cable lines, they've been there since like the 30s, the 60s, like, you know what I'm saying, like a
Yeah,
long time ago, like, and then they try to update like one specific area at a time over 10 years. It's weird, like they're not updating because honestly there's more money coming in, like, you know what I'm saying, and less money going out if you're updating all your shit and fixing it and nothing happened. Like, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I was explaining to somebody else the other day when everybody was saying, when the person I was talking to says, well, how come they're not worried about being sued? And I said, it's the same thing like when a car comes out, a brand new car, they do a cost analysis. Let's say the side airbag like is a faulty airbag. They do a cost analysis. They say, okay, look, we're gonna make fucking 3 million of these, maybe only 100,000 of these do bust out. Then they say, okay, out of those 100,000, how many times is going to actually happen? And then out of those times it actually happened, how much are we going to have to pay for somebody to actually, you know, what I mean, if they sue us or if they get hurt, things like that. Okay, now let's subtract that number by the majority of the money we're making off the car this year in general. Now, if that is, you know, what I mean, acceptable for all the shareholders, fuck them lines, fuck that car, or fuck the, you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So like, I feel like I wanted to agree. Like I said, at first I wanted to play devil's advocate because it sounded good with the clickbait. when they said, oh yeah, because oh woo woo, and like um this ain't the Matrix. Like, I mean, they had an EMP gun like in the Matrix. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that makes sense. But um the only reason I was almost gonna play devil's advocate is because I don't get a memo about the technology people have in their country. Like, it ain't like they tell me.
Mm-mm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, anybody can put maybe 2, 3 points together and create a theory. I
Mm.
need to see some proof, some documentation, like not just my phone was off and I know these motherfuckers hate us. Like, I need a little more than that. Like, I need a little more. Like, a
Yeah.
perspective, a blueprint, or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? A deep throat pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need something. Like, you know what I mean? I need Cellgate. I need somebody to come over there and let me know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Something, but just off
Yeah.
the strength of you just saying that for a click and view, like over here on Block Giants, we're a little more. We're not sheep over here. We like to actually do our own research when we hear something. We don't even think you're lying. We actually want to believe you. We just gonna do our research after we hear what you're saying. Like that's like I said. I said it on plenty of pods. You can piss down my back, but you can't tell me it's raining. Like,
Mhm.
pause. Like, I'm not gonna believe you. But yeah, but moving on. Um, the mayor of New York has laid the gauntlet against social media platforms. He says that he is going to sue the social media platforms for what is it? Destroying our kids' lives, pretty much. Like, pretty much, he was
He's
like,
he's pretty
yeah,
much suing them for the cost that it takes on the city to take care of the mental damage done to the children. So
convenient.
all the services he has to like run and programs and everything, and people has to pay for the mental issues that people are getting from social media. He wants to sue them for that. So it's like, hey, it's costing me 8 million to get all enough people, then hey, I'm suing y'all for 8 million.
Mm.
Or sorry, I'm not. The city is suing y'all for eight
Yeah, yeah,
million.
yeah, yeah,
My bad, my
yeah,
bad.
yeah, 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 yeah. We ain't got no money like that. Hey, don't come for us.
Yeah.
We ain't got it.
Again,
We ain't
people
got it.
playing with New York's money again, but that's how
Thoughts?
they get some back. Thoughts? I think it's interesting. I'm not against it. I don't know if this is the right way to go about it, but I like what he's trying to stand for in a sense of like, hey, there some of these social platforms are causing issues to some of the youth, and for
Yeah.
him, if he wants to have the services or have the support for that, basically that lifestyle, he thinks he needs to have a certain amount of money. I can't be mad at that, but I just also feel like you're also saying, hey, I don't like this, but I'm willing to take enough money for however
To
many people you're going to damage. And that's where I'm just like, nah. But, I think he comes from a good place. He's a politician.
sorry, my bad. Sorry.
I mean, I think he cares about them, but he's a
No,
politician, so he got to play
it was
money.
just
He got to
funny.
play
It
the
was just
money
funny how
game,
you said
right?
it
Like,
though.
all
Let me
right,
say, let me say.
there you go.
Sorry, no, it was just a cold segue. You say that man said, "Yeah, you trying to get the money grab, trying to get the money, but he come from a good place." Like, I was
Come from a good place, but you got to get that money. He got people that he got to get money back to
I
and
feel you.
donate to his
I feel it.
campaign. So
I feel it.
it is what it is. But again, the playing with New York people's money. I'm sorry. Um,
Once again,
I don't know what's your take on this whole thing, because I mean, you got a son, and I can't remember. I feel like he kind of got to grow up into the social media era. Like, I don't like, it was there but not heavy and he kind of grew up as it got heavier and like more accepted, maybe, right?
I'm glad you asked me that because that's literally the standpoint I was coming.
Mm.
That's literally the standpoint I was coming from. Actually,
Yeah, let's hear it,
um,
man.
I had my. I think we talked about this previously on another pod where I said, it's hard for the newer generation. I know it is because I was telling you that when I started uploading our Blog Giants episodes um, online, of course, I was uploading. Right, I toggle from one platform to the next, and then all of a sudden they always get that first blitz of new updated content, whatever. And even somebody who did not grow up on the internet, we didn't get the AOL dial up until I was in fucking ninth grade. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was already in high school. Like, I was pretty much already set, like, how to be a kid. Like, you know what I mean? I already knew what kid stuff was. Like, I incorporated that. And even when the internet first came out, it wasn't this internet now. Like, you know what I'm saying? You had to be at home. Like, you know what I mean? You had to move the phone line out. You know what I mean? You couldn't even call to the house. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the internet slowed up page was like, you know what I mean? Like, the internet was different. So um I personally didn't like really feel that it affected me too much because I didn't really care because my generation was different. So now I wanted to say that now going towards my son and the children, um I feel like it wasn't a problem, at least in my household, because you know what I mean, we can limit it, you know what I mean, we limit things, and we just stay on top of it. It wasn't really a major problem until I want to say the pandemic, when kids were
Mm.
at home with Zoom and pretty much free reign over the internet for 2 years because they could be telling, I'm researching, I'm studying them, unless you're mirroring their screen the whole time and just standing there, just like you're gonna miss a couple things. So what I felt like for the new generation, I went to our trusty dusty stats. Because you can't, you know what I mean? I'm a numbers guy. Like you know what I mean? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So I went to the internet and yeah, shout out Jay-Z, Jigga Man. But I went to the internet. It said that America, since the pandemic, we are actually 20% lower in education than we were. We were already what 13th in the fucking world. Like now we're like it's worse, like 10 times worse. So then I actually started going back and looking at my son's actual report cards and was like, okay,
Mm.
cool. Kindergarten, straight A. First grade, straight A. Second grade, straight A. Third grade, straight A. Fourth grade, straight A. Like, you know what I mean? And then we get to seventh grade, pandemic. And now you're like,
Mm.
okay, C's.
Mm.
Year two, C minuses, some B minuses. Like, I'm like,
Mm.
and I had to, I'm pretty sure every parent in this house, probably in the last couple of years, had to have this really awkward conversation with your child and said, how are you failing English? You speak this. Not a second language. Not like, you speak this. Like, this ain't math. I can understand math all day. Like, I can understand science, biology. Like, I could even understand PE if you're lazy. Like, you know what I mean? English? You speak. Then I gotta start. If you see a report card, you know me, I'm an analytical person. I go crazy. So when I start hearing shit, when I saw a C minus D on English, I literally had to go back over every conversation me and this motherfucker had our whole life. Like I was like, "Nigga, do you not know this shit?" Like I was like, hold on, like, do you not know this shit? I literally was like, hold on. D though? Like I was like D, like, hold on. But like I said, like I understand where Eric Adams is coming from.
Damn, yo. Damn.
Hey, like I said, because a majority of America's youth is suffering. It's not just in my household, and we have a firm grip on that goddamn on the screen time. Like, and he's still suffering. So, I have a step granddaughter. She's in the same age as my son, and same thing with her. She D minuses, like in
Mm.
same things in the same areas. And I've noticed it's always the same three areas. It's math, English, and science, which is weird because
Them?
we used to yeah, all three. We used to in this country we used to excel at those. So I want to say for Eric it's Eric Adams, right? I want to make sure I say his name right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um I do agree with you when you say his heart is in the right place because I think it is in the right place. I think the government, for some reason, we just didn't understand what social media was going to be when it came out. So that's why, like, you know what I'm saying? The social media platforms like Mark Zuckerberg and all these people have so much free reign. But if you really want to, okay, because I understand social media, they hide under the guise of free press. They hide under like, free speech, things like that. I understand that.
Mm.
But if it is detrimental or hurting your country, I feel like the government should be able to come in at any given time and step in and be like, hold on, we gotta, you know what I mean? If this is affecting the youth, the children, because the perfect example I can give you that is China. They came out with
Mm-hmm.
TikTok. We don't have the same TikTok they got.
Mm-hmm.
Like we got the whole unadulterated, like see people get punched in the balls every day, 5 seconds, like you know what I'm saying, type shit like that. Like stay stupid. All their I watched some of their TikTok. It's all learning exercises, all building, like, and that's all they got. So their government came in and said, "Hey, we want to be a better country than this country. Let them be lazy and stupid. We learning stuff over here," and they did it. No problem. Over here, fart jokes all day. Like so, and you see what happened. And our generation, the internet came out. The very next generation, bam, social media. You see it, and now you see it. I don't really have any high hopes for the grandchildren that are coming from these generation
Yeah. Yeah. I
at all.
mean, this this leads to a really long talk about something else,
Oh
but
yeah, 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 yeah. We can get
I'm
we.
not gonna
No,
go there.
that's a big can of worms if you want to open it. Pause.
Not today.
Yeah, I didn't feel like doing it either. Um, I want to say at the end of that segment, though, I want to just say, Eric Adams, I want to say that I feel like your heart is in the right place. It seems like your heart is in the right place. I don't think this is the way to go about it because you already let these giants get so much equity and worth and worm their ways into the lives of every other individual. These are billion-dollar companies, and I want to say the government really can't fuck with them right now. Like they kind of need it. Like they have the money, the lawyers, they even tie you up in litigation for the next 10, 15 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like you just you came way too late. Pause. Like it was
Mm.
just it was just inappropriate timing. And honestly, it kind of looked like a little. It kind of looked like a little. What do you call that? I'm trying to say it the right way. I only know the hood way. It looked like a smoke screen. There we go, smoke screen. It looked like a smoke screen.
Mm.
You're under attack because of the migrants. You're under attack because of this. You're under attack because of this. Okay, cool. Let me look like I'm doing something, right? Because he didn't say nothing about the migrants. Remember after that, after he said his whole spiel on the stand, he was like, "Oh yeah, so what about the migrants?" And woo woo woo, no questions. And then he walked up. I was like, "Oh okay, so we just okay, you got it." But that's all
He
the
the
energy I
man.
had. But yeah, yeah, it's all right, cool. Well, if it works, it works. If not, hey, you won't be in office like because like this is how it works. He'll start the lawsuit. Then a year from now, 2 years from now, he won't even be in office no more. Lawsuit fades out, nobody
Mm.
cares. Like, or maybe he'll be in office and he'll bring it like smokescreen. It's a whole bunch of busy work from the government. Like it sounds like they're doing
Mm.
something, but not doing nothing, like always. But that actually was cool because I had prayers for New York at the end of the day. I just want to say prayers for New York, the citizens, and even the migrants that are there who are the 20% trying to just live better, man. Because that brings me to my next part of the topic. I want to just give a couple prayers out there today. On my desk that came over about Wendy Williams actually being diagnosed with aphasia. Um, I thought that was crazy because I don't even know what aphasia is. Like, you know
Mm.
what I'm saying? I thought um it was some other shit, and then my wife told me it's like, no, that's ambrosia, and I'm like, oh shit, that sounds stupid. All right, cool.
Mm.
Let me look that shit up. Like, so and a lot of people have mixed feelings about Wendy. Um, I just
Mm.
want to say I I'm gonna keep it right here. Not the fact that you're a black woman. I'm gonna take it all off that. I'm gonna take it on the fact of you are a legend in this creation space. You paved the way. I remember wait, didn't Funk Master Flex slap you up one time? Like I remember like the news, like it was I remember back in the day, like you were really putting on the line for your craft, hip hop. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about way before the Wendy Williams show. Like I'm talking about
Mm.
how I knew Wendy was, you know what I mean, the radio personality, like how she was putting on for hip hop, like You know what I mean? She paved the way. She parlayed that, and then you know what I mean, got the Wendy show, and then you know what I mean, you parlayed that for shows in general. That there wouldn't be no View, there wouldn't be no all these other shows if there wasn't a Wendy first, you know. So I just want to say I thought it was crazy how they did her greasy with the money situation, and then now they're using. I think they might be using this diagnosis as another way to hold her money up. Um, and I just said it's just messed up. So I just want to say a lot of people have negative comments about Wendy about maybe how she impacted their lives and things like that. But I just want to say, as a content creator or somebody in this space, she's a legend. She's done a lot. She's paved the way in a lot of ways. And at the end of the day, that's still a human being. So prayers are up for her, and that's what I want to bring to the table with that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say prayers to her, and hope she gets the help and support from everybody she can in her circle, and hope she has a graceful rest of her time.
All right, and
That's it, man.
my second prayers I want to put up out there is for yeah, I kind of snuck this one on there because I just found out about it this morning as well. This is for O Block Louie. Now, if you guys are not familiar with O Block Louie was one of the other individuals who was shot the same day King Von was shot and lost his life tragically. The officers shot him in the head, and he actually made it. So I like, sorry, excuse me. The biggest piece about his situation I wanted to highlight is the fact that I'm happy that you're here, but I want to say I commend you because not only did you change your life after the situation happened, of course, but you also um, you have to see the picture. Obviously, you're not going to look the same after being shot in the head. Like, you know, he's got a crazy scar like this. Half his head is slanted down a little bit.
Mm.
He has his senses. You know what I mean, at least your mind is still intact. That's a blessing. And that's a blessing by itself already. You can still walk. You can still. I mean, that's just everything. That's a blessing. I like the fact that you're wearing suits. You're outside in public. You're telling everybody the second part of what comes with this life if you happen to make it. Like everybody thinks the outcome is I'm rich, I'm gonna be a rapper. Like no, sometimes you just end up in a wheelchair, or
Mm.
sometimes you have a cane, or sometimes you have like, you know what I'm saying. It's all fun and games until things happen. So I like the fact that he's highlighting for the youth to see this is what comes with it as well. Like it ain't just all rap videos and cars and money, like and chains. Like it's if you really in this life, this comes with it too. So I just want to say that prayers out to you for and your family, and I also want to say I hope you continue to keep trying to spread the message of about why this life isn't really the best way to go. Like you know, um, any thoughts on that?
No, I don't know him. Just hearing about that sounds unfortunate, and I just hope, yeah, he can have a prosperous and peaceful rest of his time on this living rock we call Earth.
Yeah. But now we back to my favorite part of the segment, man. This is Ink Tease, man. Who you think it gonna be? And you know I'm back with another one, man, because you never know who it's gonna be.
Mm.
You be at home minding your business. You know what I'm saying? I could be over there just, you know what I'm saying, having sex with somebody's wife, you know what I mean? Minding my business. Like, like, I mean, you know what I mean? I'm not minding their business. You know, she called me, I'm just doing my thing, you know. And then, you know what I mean? I see my man, my man too, my man's man, like, part of the game, made up in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? He doing interviews, dropped the album, going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then he bring my name up. He said, "Yeah, man, all my niggas is credit. My nigga fucking what's the name right now?" I'm like, hold on, hold on. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about that Fivio Foreign interview because I had to after we talked about it on the last podcast, the last episode, I had to go back and watch the whole. Remember, I told you I was watching the whole interview. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I would think I was only at he said that shit late too and snuck that shit in there too. Fabio
Mm.
Foreign just Fabio Foreign just outed this man for having a sexual relationship with Natalie Nunn. I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with Natalie Nunn. Nobody's familiar with his homie. So this so this is where I'm at the part with it where it's like you never know who you think it's going. You never know. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine though? Like, man, look, I'm a $20,000 a year nigga. I just randomly bumped into this. And hey, look, I don't know about her situation like that, or I don't care. She's throwing me to play. Like, let me go ahead and just do my thing. I ain't told nobody except my man's. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you see him sip. And this is what another reason why I say these podcasters are good with the interviews. They come through with the Louis the 13th. Hey, check it out. Like, we got this for you. Like, check it out. Hit the weed. Check it out. Now let me ask you that question. So was Biggie really, was Tupac really fucking fake? Like you'd be like, wait, hold on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like slow down. But yeah, like I said, I thought that was crazy. Fivio, we was just saluting your praises like 3 pods in a row. Love the music, love the branding of yourself, love what you're doing for New York. Don't love how you can't hold your liquor about your man's business. Like, don't love that part. Like, don't love that. Thoughts?
None. Pun intended. I don't even know who Natalie 1 is. I don't even know who Natalie 9 is.
Okay, so check it out, right? She's
so
no, she started off. I think she started off being on the Bad Girls Club or some shit, and then she got a bag. You ain't missing shit. Like I was like, anyway, she started off, but I think she actually jumped into the creator space and started being the main producer of like the Housewives of whatever and the Love of Hip Hop's like type shit. She like was the major one behind that type shit. So she's big now. Like she started from Ratchet and then, you know what I mean, made it to something. And then she's also got a rap career too. Like she's, you know, she's doing a lot of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? So but anyway, shorter. Man, look. You violated the bro code, bro. Like seriously, like we don't even know if that man's in a relationship with somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I told you some, you know, sometimes your homie pulls you to the side and says, "Hey, look, check it out, man." I said, "Bitch," like, you know what I'm saying? He'll pull you to the side and try to, you know what I mean? And that's where the little chuckle, you know, the men. Okay, men, we dogs, we understand it, but still, this is what we do. And we hey, check it out. Got me some strange for no change. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna say something stupid like that. Okay, cool. And then your job as my homie is to do 0 of 2 things. One,
here we go.
1, tell your wife or girlfriend or significant other. 2, go on a podcast and tell the world. That's all I ask. That's just 2. That's it. If you get arrested. If you get arrested by the police, you can tell them niggas all day. Tell them, like, I was with my mans. We was at Natalie's house. I'll say something. I don't care. But the 2 people you can't tell, as I said it already. But go ahead, bro.
So this is interesting because now I'm thinking about this and I'm like, well, there is a bro code of, yo, you shouldn't tell your homies biz, right? But the ones that are seasoned in the game know you can't give everybody the same classification. Everybody ain't G14 classified.
Ooh, G14 level for sure.
Right? So that's also another thing you got to know as a homie. Like, and a couple of my homies who probably watch this pod know who I'm talking about. But there's a couple of homies we have, and we can't tell them everything because they can't keep their mouth closed, and that's fine. But we just know that certain information we all have to like uphold and not tell this dude.
And that's okay.
But however, I think this is a little even more deeper because this to me starts to let me in on Fivio because he's definitely that rapper that's talking other people's stories then. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like he's not. I was like, okay, if he's so used to getting information and then he's kind of internalizing it or whatever, right? And obviously when he's boozing, he's talking about.
Yeah, on a subconscious level.
I was like, so he's probably one of these rappers who is really good at kicking it with whatever's going on and can just talk like it.
Ooh,
but then I'm just. So that's why I was like, maybe this is him showing his artistry in that sense, but that's cool. But then now I'm also like, okay, you took a little, you showed me a little bit of the magic trick, so it's not not the same. But regardless, if he's an OG I don't know if he's an OG in his clique, but y'all got to know who you can talk to and who you can't.
Facts.
That's all I
Um,
got to say.
I gotta say, you smoked that take. You smoked that because
So,
I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. That was, as somebody who used to rap too, I didn't even understand how you just
right?
that boy. You got bars, bro. You smoked that.
But you were doing
Um,
stuff when you was rapping, so it's different, right? And then where he obviously he's up so high he can't be doing nothing, but he showed his card.
yeah, I
You know
didn't
what I
catch
mean?
that, bro.
He showed his card. I'm
Um,
like,
I also want to say that I don't, I think that's a lost art as well too. Knowing the level of your friendship with people. Um, I think you don't realize that until you get a little older in life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think some people get it confused with maybe using people or you know what I mean, something like that. And I always try to tell people it's like, no, man, like just like you said, if you know this man can't hold water, why would I tell him about some illegal stuff I'm doing? Like, I can't trust that man for that. So it makes sense. So like, but like, let's be real though. I have friends that I consider very, very cool, but because of things they're into with their life, they can never know where I live.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. There's certain
like,
information you can't have.
yeah, certain, like, you know what I'm saying? There's, you know what I mean? You my homie. When I see you, hey, whatever they say, you know what I mean? Dap it up,
Hmm.
all that. Hey, what's up? Hey, oh, my number? Oh, yeah. Mm,
You should
you,
email me. You
bro,
should
my
email
email ain't
me.
never changed. It ain't never changed. Or
Mhm.
I even got one of these ones when like I'll be, you know what I mean, going through the old neighborhood, like, you know what I'm saying, and I'll see somebody like, you know what I mean, in the same spot where they was at, selling
Mhm.
the same thing they was selling, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And unfortunately for my ass, every time, as soon as I'm passing by, light turn red on my ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting there, like, you know what I'm saying? Window, roll it up. Motherfuckers be like, "Hey yo!" I'm like, "Ah." mm, oh, what's up, homie? Oh, I see you. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I see you. Oh, you finna be right here? No, 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 I'm finna, you know, you finna be right here, right?
Mm,
Right?
mm,
Like
mm.
I don't know your ass ain't been there for 8 years. Like, come on, bro. Like, no, like, I mean, and you my homie though. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I wasn't busy and I have to be walking down the street or something, and I maybe you know what I mean? Maybe I was smoking or something, I'd be like, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Go on, have that, bro. All right, have a good day, man. You know what I mean? And keep pushing, like, you know what I'm saying? But like everybody, and like I said, it's a lost art. I think people learn that when you get older. You got to learn to move more clandestine in the world we live in nowadays as well too. Like you can't let everybody know all your business. That's an old thing that got lost with the new generations. You can't let everybody know your next move. You can't let everybody know how much money you got. You can't, like, you know what I mean, there's a lot of things that people, once the internet came out, those rules fell to the wayside, and I thought that was like kind of, it's a lost art. Like I said, it's a lost art.
Yeah,
But
man.
um, but yeah, that's pretty much all I had for the Fivio thing. I just, like I said, man, like I ain't gonna hold you. Now I'm gonna go back and watch that interview one more time and see if there's some other things I might have missed. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you.
Got that hip hop eye.
I didn't know if you wanted to jump into our favorite part of the thing, or if you wanted to wait until we were all on the same page on that one.
No, I think we talked a little bit some TV and sports
And
biz
Mingles,
earlier
yeah, I'm with it.
about so I think we'll just leave that till next time because
That,
we're gonna have a better pod when we get back. I'm gonna be going
oh
through
yeah.
some tooth madness, so that gives me time to watch some TV. So I should be able to have some takes too. So
I ain't gonna hold you.
we'll come back on that. We'll get
I
back
see.
on that.
I'm on season 2 of Halo right now. I can't watch nothing else until
Mm,
you know what I mean.
for
So
sure.
I just found out this morning they fucking with me. They're doing that week
Mm,
to week shit, and you know how much I hate
mm,
that.
yeah.
So I think I'm only down one episode, and then I'm gonna go back and get my TV bag.
Word,
Um,
word.
I actually kind of like this part of our segment though because it actually centers me. It lets me know, like, hey, check it out. From this time to this time, you got to do some research. Like, you know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
yeah,
So
yeah, 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 yeah.
it gives me and the wife some time to go get some popcorn. You know what I mean? Something nice to eat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just chill and be like, all right, cool. Let's check some new stuff out, man. One thing I want to ask: have you heard about that Vince Stapleton TV show on Netflix? The one that I
You
think it's
mean
only on
Vince
4 episodes.
Staples?
Vince Staples, yeah, Vince Staples.
Vince Staples. You're showing your Wu Tang. He said Stapleton. That's some Wu Tang shit right there.
My bad.
You know we gotta get a Wu reference every some in the pod every
Somehow.
episode. It's fine. We would do. If your bingo card's filled up, there you go. There's your last one.
Episode 16. There it is. Hit BG 16 on your bingo card.
I didn't watch it yet. I like Vince. I like his raps. I like what he does, what he's about. So I'm gonna watch it, but I just ain't got to it yet. Probably one of the things I'm gonna get into maybe with this time down. So yeah.
All
But
right,
I
now
like
because
Vince. Big fan of Vince.
I want to say right now, don't crucify me. I'm gonna say this so we can get up out of here. Do not crucify me. I have never heard of Vince. I have never known anything about him. Somebody just randomly said something about the show, saying that it was good from a good Black perspective, and I thought that was lit. So I just want to just jump in it. That's crazy. He said he used to rap. I didn't even know that.
Okay. He used to rap. He still raps, but yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know. Don't crucify me. I said. It's like, all right, cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. But yeah, man, that's gonna wrap up this episode, man. BG 16, man. I don't know if this is gonna be
PauseCast. That's it.
PauseCast.
Thank y'all for watching the PauseCast.
PauseCast, episode 16, man. Stay positive, stay pushing, stay prosperous, oh man, I almost had it, man. I was trying to freestyle it. Man. You supposed to alley-oop me, man. Come on.
Yeah, I didn't know you're jumping into it.
You two be trying to block my Yanks. No, that wasn't even pause worthy. He thought about it. He was like,
thank y'all for watching the PauseCast.
Oh God.
Block Giants coming to y'all. We got a new channel. Be on the lookout. We'll give you more info on that soon. But yo, we making big moves. Love y'all. See y'all next time. Stay positive, stay pimping, stay productive, stay pimping, stay pimping, stay pimping, stay pimping. Next time.
And don't forget to stay pimping. Don't forget to stay pimping.